Hi there, my brainwashed. This is Joshua the Heretic coming at you today. Hi, how you doing? I was last week, the week before last. I did a whole week of training, and I was sitting there with this guy, and I can't remember his name. Sammy, I remember his name. Anyway, Sammy and I, we work together quite extensively, and he's a young kid. He's like 19, 18, something like that. He's young. Anyway, Virtue, please stop. So I'm working with him, and it's night shift, so there's not a lot of people there. And there's this one guy who works night shift QC, and we start talking, and we get into this debate, and it's basically I'm not gonna get into what we debated about because it's irrelevant, but I crush him. I just absolutely just crush him. And the guys that were in the office or in the lunchroom with me were like, "Wow, that was so cool." I'm like, "Well, it's what I do. I love arguing. I'm really good at it, so I think I enjoyed that a little too much." But the point is that later on, Sammy came up to me and he's like, "How do you get so good at arguing?" And really what it boiled down to is that I actually have developed a kind of a philosophy around arguing, a kind of a 3-rule system that I have developed to help me gain the advantage when it comes to any kind of debate. Yes, it's an event. You follow these 3 rules, you will become phenomenal at debate. Now, it doesn't happen overnight. But the more you apply these rules, the better your debate becomes. All right, and I'm gonna share with you my 3 rules of debate. Rule number 1. Rule number 1 is the most important rule. Well, actually, they're all kind of important. So anyway, but it's a really important rule. If you want to win an argument, it's really easy to win if you're right. Pick the right side to be on. Honestly, if you are correct, it's a lot harder for people that are incorrect to beat you. I mean, that's the whole point of arguing, is to find out the truth, right? So, rule number 2, if you're always right. Rule number 2 is when you are wrong, you have to admit you're wrong so that way you can be right. Okay? So rule number 2 is when you are wrong, admit that you're wrong. Because if you never admit you're wrong, you're never going to be right. Okay? You need to be able to admit when you're wrong. This is key. This one right here is key. I've seen this so many times. People hear the truth, they accept the truth, and then somebody slips this lie in. And then they just accept that lie as truth, and then they go and teach that lie, and then they can't support that lie, and then they just hold on to that lie like it's the truth, and then they get attacked and attacked and attacked, and they're wrong for the rest of their lives because they will not ditch the lie. They will not ditch the lie because that's what they've been taught by somebody they trusted. Blah, 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 blah. Who cares? I don't care. Oh, if I ditch this truth, they're not going to like me anymore. Blah, blah, blah. If I ditch this thing that they taught me, they're not going to like me anymore. If it's not the truth, man, ditch it. Get rid of it. Toss it to the side. It's irrelevant. If it's not the truth, man, get rid of it. It's better to be wrong once than be wrong for the rest of your life. So when you're wrong, be right. Okay, so rule number 1 is be right. Rule number 2 is when you're wrong, admit that you're wrong so you can be right. Okay? Rule number 3, and this one will help you with, this is where you learn how to argue. Rule number 3 is, if you don't know if you're right or wrong, okay, if you're not sure you're right and you don't know which side is right and which side is wrong, rule number 3 is find somebody that knows what they're talking about in that area and pick a fight. Honestly, that's just what I do. I find somebody that says that they are knowledgeable in a certain area. Okay, which side are you on? You're on that side? I'll be the other side. And then I'll just fight with them. And if I smoke them, I'm like, okay, well, maybe I picked the right side. If I get smoked, then I'm like, ooh, I'm going to change sides. And then you apply Rule 1 and Rule 2. See what I'm saying? Rule 3 allows you to apply Rule 1 and Rule 2 in a situation where you're unsure. These are the 3 rules. Rule number 1, always be right. Rule number 2, when you're wrong, admit you're wrong. And rule number 3, when you're not sure if you're right or wrong, fight. Those are the 3 rules. I'm the Heretic, signing out. I hope this helps every single one of you learn how to argue. Peace, love, and grooviness forever. What's up? Wait. I forgot to. Wait, how do I do this? Oh, yeah, right. What's up?
You make me sleepy.
What?
You make me sleepy.
No, you make me sleepy.
How do I make you sleepy? You're the one being a crazy person.
No. Boom, 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 boom.
Why don't you scooch back?
Ouch! Oh,
Back up.
why you want to do this?
So when I sit here and try to take a break from cooking and cleaning and raising kids, this is what I get. I get spitting on himself and crazy virtue.